Men, and I use the term ever so loosely. This is the follow-up video to the secrets that lie within video. So I'm going to rebuild these flywheels and show you how a properly rebuilt set of flywheels comes out compared to the ones the owner received. So we're going to get started. I'm not going to go through everything step by step. I'm just going to kind of hit the highlights. These are the crank pins. This was the crank pin that was in there, and it was incorrect. You'll notice the keyways are both lined up facing you, okay? And on this crank pin, you'll see I got just a screw shoved in the oil hole so you could get a better visual reference, the angle at which it comes out of the pin. This is the pin that's supposed to be in there. Keyways lined up, screw stuck in the hole, and you'll notice this one comes out exactly at 90 degrees to the crank pin keyway slot. So this is what's supposed to be in there, and we're going to rebuild these flywheels, true them up, lap the rods and all that, and I'll keep you posted along the way. Okay, here is the new pinion shaft, rust free. Here is the old pinion shaft that the previous assembler thought was good, rusty. It's not horrible, you know, but anyway, this is the new one, rust-free. The flywheel. Actually both flywheels are clean. No gobs of grease, no crud down in here. They're clean, which is better than the last guy did. The other side, clean. The crank pin installed. This, by the way, is a Jim's crank pin. Superior quality to any other crank pin I've ever used. And there's other kinds floating around out there, but Jim's, very good. Anyway, crank pin installed. Okay, this pinion shaft and crank pin, oil, well, air and oil does pass through the pinion shaft, through the passageway, in the flywheel, into the hole into the crank pin, and comes out in the 3 distribution holes just like it's supposed to. So we're going to go lap some rods, and I'll be back later on. I just got done lapping these connecting rods, and this is the finish you're looking for on a set of freshly lapped rods. This kind of frosty gray, smooth, even finish. It's not shiny. It's, you know, kind of this frosty dull gray. But anyway, when you got that, you got rods that are freshly lapped. So these are good to go. Rod races are lapped, bearings are fitted. This is ready to go. Go to the truing stand in a little bit here. And when I initially examined these, when I was taking them apart, I made a statement that if a guy simply lined up the edges with the straight edge, it probably would be true within 5/1000ths of an inch. So let's line up the edges on a straight edge, put it on the truing stand, and see where I end up. So I'm just going to hold my straight edge up over here, bring the wheel over, what I like to do is I've got this clamp I use that will keep the wheels from turning, shifting when I torque the nut down. So let me install this here. And the camera is right where I usually stand when I'm doing this, so the position's a little awkward. snug these up and put some torque on the crank pin nut. I'm going to go to 120 just for testing the true. There we go, 120. Let's throw them in the truing stand and see what happens. Okay, I got the indicator riding on the bearing surface of the pinion shaft. -0.5, -0.5. Nearly perfect. Pinion shaft is good. I swear to God, it's better to be lucky than be good. I did nothing other than move the indicator from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Look at the indicator now. Barely 1/1000th. So realistically, these are good to go right now. I might try to knock this one side in, maybe get it a 1/2 thou better, but you know, it's almost perfect as it is. So anyway, this is the result that could be achieved just by lining the edges up. So the other assembler was out by 20 thousandths, and all he had to do was put a straight edge on these, and he would have been good. Unbelievable. These are good to go. These are ready to be installed. Unbelievable. All the previous assembler had to do was put a straight edge across either side and make sure they were lined up. And these flywheels trued very easily and are almost perfect. It doesn't get any better than this. Men, this is the conclusion of the secrets that lie within video. The flywheels you saw me put together have been assembled into this engine with less than 1/1000th of an inch of run out. So the previous assembler errors have been corrected. And as shown in the video, really all he had to do was align the edges of the wheels with the straight edge, and they came right in. It doesn't get any easier than that. But anyway, I haven't named the particular shop. He does have a YouTube presence. Anybody who hazards a guess as to who it was, I'm not going to tell you who it was. I'll tell you who it wasn't, and you could draw your own conclusions. But anyway, until next time, we'll see you later, and take it easy. Bye. Just a quick reminder, you can help support and grow this channel, first of all and most importantly, by hitting that subscribe button. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to do a little more, join me on Patreon. Links down below. So go ahead and join me on Patreon if you feel so inclined. And finally, coffee cups, stickers, and gas tank covers are available. This is a new design coffee cup. I like the old ones, but I like these new ones even better. Links will be provided in the description down below. Get yourself some. And thank you all ever so much for watching these videos. I really appreciate it. Bye.